One thing that took me a while to understand is why do people have to keep going to harder drugs to get the same high? So I want to explain to you what drugs does to your brain. So what happens is you take a drug, you could start with pot, say, and you start smoking it, and what happens is when you put that chemical in your brain says, wow, great, we're flooding, I'm going to flood with all these chemicals that make you happy and relaxed and feel good, which is why it's so fun. But then what happens is your brain starts going, oh, hey, there's too many chemicals, I need to shut down. So it starts shutting down these pleasure centers in your brain that produce chemicals that make you happy. So then what happens is you're using this drug, and unless you keep using it, you're going to be depressed or unhappy because your brain is no longer making those chemicals that make you happy, because you keep putting these chemicals in your brain and it's confused, so it's shutting down. So then you need this drug more and more just to feel normal, just to have normal good feelings. And then that drug stops working because your brain stops responding, because it's not going to flood anymore with these happy chemicals. So you need a harder drug, or you need it more often. And that's the cycle of addiction. And then you try to stop. Okay, so let's say you're smoking pot every day and you're like, wow, this is making me kind of stupid. My friends are complaining that I'm a stoner. I just want to stay home and I'm falling behind on my schoolwork or my movie making or the things I like to do. So you try to stop. So what happens is you stop and now you have no happy producing chemicals. Your brain shut down. You're not putting that drug in your system anymore to stimulate the happy chemicals or to put them in your brain. So now you're really sad and you're down and you have no energy and you feel really bad. And then you're like, hey, I need that drug because I'm feeling so bad. And you don't even know why you're feeling bad or connect it to this brain syndrome. So that's the cycle of addiction. It gets you in, and then the problem is you need harder and harder drugs to keep your brain having some happy chemicals.